And if you vote for me, I can promise that I will use research and science to, try to make the best decisions. I know I'm not perfect, but I really want to see things improve because if they don't, then things will just continue to decay and get stagnant, or continue to be stagnant. And it'd be great to get things improved because if we don't, the alternative that I'm looking at, based off my research, is not good.
Do you believe increasing access to affordable housing for families making less than $40,000 a year should be a part of the city's approach to economic development?
That's a good question, and yes, I do believe we need to focus more on affordable housing. We've got quite a lot of empty houses and spaces available that most of it has to do with high rental prices. So we need more affordable housing to help reduce our poverty levels.
We need more patrolling on the, on the evening hours, the PM, after hours. What would you do if the police is present in the area, on the east part of town, in our part of town?
Well, I'm not too sure about that. I think we could increase the patrols a bit, but I really stand by my original thought, which is if we reduce poverty, we will also reduce crime rates and domestic disturbances, so there will be less, problems for people. Well, the best way I could think when I was doing research on how to improve things in numerous ways that's why I made poverty my main goal to tackle, to reduce. But increased police patrols is a possibility. But the goal should be that we don't have as much crime rates or domestic disturbances, so that we will have less of a demand for over policing.
My question is for the candidates and felon reform. Is there any clear path back to redemption? There are several people in our community that have made mistakes in their life and have no clear pathway back to redemption. There's job openings that people are kind of overqualified for, but they can't get back to work because of a mistake that they made in their life.
I get what he's saying there, yeah. I really think that if ex-convicts who have, they just were arrested and in prison for small to medium offenses, they should, be able to get their rights to vote back. They should be able to get access to a decent job to make it, an honest, decent living. But some of that I know is on the HR managers, and the HR Managers Act is kind of a buffer between you and the guy who actually does the hiring, who usually never meets you. But yeah, I really think ex-convicts deserve the right to have a shot at a decent job.
What is the plan to get people back to work?
That's a good one. Well, ideally, if we want to attract more businesses to Topeka, we need to improve the quality of life for all of our citizens, and that not just the rich, but everybody. To improve the quality of life, that means we'll attract more people who want to live here, as well as more business opportunities. We should also make it a little easier for small businesses to open up, because the big businesses can't really do everything. Even though they think they can't do everything themselves. And one business that would be really good if we could attract them here, I came across in my research, was a company called Arrival, who's getting ready to invest in the United States and open up a bunch of car manufacturing facilities here in America. And I thought that if we could attract just one of those factories, it would benefit not only Topeka, but also like the whole state of Kansas.
There's a lot of street improvement that needs to be done. I wanted to know, what are you going to do about that?
Well, the street improvement has been come up a lot when I walk around and talk to people. And we do need a lot of side streets to be worked on and fixed. That's part of the reason I wanted to focus on getting the city treasury more in shape, because if we can get the treasury in better shape, then it means we can put a bit more money on street repair. And as a result of that, we can get to these side streets more. But in my opinion, if we're going to tear up like the whole street and get you a whole new street, we might as well also replace any really old water and sewage pipes that are like 35 or 40 years old, because it would just be good to get it all done in one go, and that way it'll be fixed permanently, basically. Well, not permanently, but you're still gonna have to redo a street, but you know what I mean, when it wears down.
I know the city does try to combine utility work with street repairs, so that's something they're already trying to do.
Yeah, South California, they're replacing some of the water and sewage lines, which I thought was a really good thing there.
But so when you talk about wanting to do more side streets, do you think portions of District 3 are left behind? Is there budgeting?
Oh, there's a lot of District 3 side streets that are left behind. If you actually walk down them like I have, and you look at them, like there's a lot of them that are just crumbling, and some of them are in poor condition. I don't have access to all the paperwork to find out which side streets have the oldest pipes, but I'm pretty sure there's quite a few old pipes. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I really think that if we get around to getting these side streets in shape, that we should also get our water and sewage lines in shape at the same time, because why bother putting a whole new street in only to have a 40-year-old water pipe bust, and then you got to go back to the same street, spend time and money to dig it up and do a patch job on the water line. You get what I'm saying?
We don't have any stores to shop over here. We have a Dollar Tree and a Dollar General. We don't have any grocery stores.
How would you go about trying to see that we get more fresh vegetables in the neighborhood?
That's a good one as well. Well, I had already planned take where the old Fallies was over by Reeser's, and how it's like an L shape. It's been neglected for a long time. Like tear that down and build a small grocery store, something like a Tilton's kinda. I realize I might get pushed back from Walmart on some of that, so if I have to, I'd negotiate with Dillon's. The main goal is to get groceries to District 3 areas. Also, there was a guy over by Washburn University. He would like a little grocery store there, so I was like, I'm already going to plan to put one here, so I can go ahead and put one here too. So the idea is to actually get, I guess they're saying, bring food to the food desert, as a lot of the District 3 people like to. They describe District 3 as a food desert. So these would be two little grocery, like mini mart stores that have vegetables, basically a small grocery store. And it's a really good idea if we can get that up and running. My name is David T. Johnson. I am running for District 3.